Say the line, Bart!
Jrpgs.
Yay!
2024 is full of JRPGs. I probably spent more money on video games than actually buying food. 2024 has a couple of months left, but there are still so many video games coming out this year and beyond. So I thought a good video to make would be a list of 10 JRPGs that I am personally excited about in the upcoming months. Now, before we begin, I gotta put down some ground rules. First, it obviously has to be a game that is currently not out. Second, a lot of these games literally only have like one trailer and like literally nothing else about them. Third, some of these series I have actually never played before. And finally, fourth, this list is subjective. If you are more excited for a game than I am, that's fine. And if you think one game shouldn't be on this list, and this game is a sin to mankind, then that's fine too, I guess. Well, let's get started on this list. The Ys series is one of the series on this list that I have not played a single game in. So, you may be asking me, why am I excited for Ys 10? The answer is pretty simple. I simply needed a number 10 slot. What? Do you think I actually had a good reason? No. Not really. I do plan on getting into the series eventually, and I believe that these games look very good. So I am excited to play Ys 10, but I'm also just excited to play the whole series in general. So I guess this is more of a Ys series rather than a Ys 10 at the number 10 slot. I love basically breaking my own rules with the first game on the list. I legit just started playing the first Dark Deity game, like not even a week ago, and I'm already decently excited for the second game. I've been having a blast playing Dark Deity 1, but I think that the game is extremely flawed and has so many problems. I'm sure that the developers are working hard to improve on the second game because this series has quite a lot of potential. And I'm super excited to see what Dark Deity 2 has in store. So far, there's only been one trailer showing off the game, so hopefully we see more soon. Once again, I have never ever played any of the Dragon Quest games. It's kind of crazy how I'm a big fan of the genre, but I have never played a Dragon Quest game before. I also basically started playing all of the Final Fantasy games pretty recently too, so maybe I'm not really a fan of the genre after all. Back on topic, I wanted to play the Dragon Quest games for a while, and now it seems like it's like a perfect time to start it. Because Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 are all getting remastered. The remastered games look absolutely gorgeous, and the art style alone makes me want to buy it. The art style is basically a surefire way of getting me to spend money on this game. If they remastered the worst game imaginable and simply put on this art style, I would buy it in a heartbeat. Clair Obscure Expedition 33 is a recently revealed game, so there's basically nothing but the reveal trailer, and from the reveal trailer alone, it makes me excited to play this game. There aren't many super dark and gritty JRPGs, so seeing a new one with this type of art style is really nice. The last one that I could recall is Lost Odyssey on the Xbox 360, but I don't know if there's any more that came afterwards. So far from what I've seen, the gameplay looks super interesting, and I'm actually super excited to see what they show off for this game. Off topic for a bit, I deadass did not know that they showed off gameplay for this game like last month. Nobody said anything and I completely missed it. I watched it, and then now I'm even more excited to play the game than I was before. Fantasian Neo. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right. You guys can flame me in the comments if I'm not.
Comes the turn-based RPG Fantasian.
Anyways, Fantasian Neo was revealed a couple months ago in a Nintendo Direct, and I thought the game looks pretty interesting. I'm always on the lookout for new games to look forward to, so this game is no exception. It's made by the same guy who made the Final Fantasy series, so it's got to be good, right? He's never made a bad game, right? Right? My main complaint for this game at the moment is that I think the graphics look a little bit too low quality for my liking, but there's still a lot of time to polish this game, so I hope that they'll improve on the game in time for its release. I am excited for Freedom Wars Remastered. Not because of me though, as I have never played any Freedom Wars game before. The main reason why I'm excited for Freedom Wars is because of my coworker, who is a massive Freedom Wars fan. My coworker who was talking to me a very long time ago about Freedom Wars and how much he had fun with it, and now that it's getting a remaster, we've both been hyping each other up about it every single time we see each other. Freedom Wars is a Monster Hunter type game, and we both really like Monster Hunter, so I'm personally excited to play the game. The game releases super early next year, a month before Monster Hunter Wilds, so it'll hold me over for a little while until Wilds comes out. The next game is actually a game that's gonna come out closest to this video's release, Metaphor. The game's release date is October 11th, and hopefully this video comes out on October 8th, like it should. Metaphor is an Atlas game. Guess what else they made? Shin Megami Tensei. And Persona. So, to be honest, that alone is enough to make this game worth getting. This game generally looks amazing, and I'm 100% convinced that this game will be a Game of the Year contender. As much as I want to buy this game day one, I want to save money because I'm an adult who is really bad at spending money, so I have to not spend on video games all the time. But knowing Atlas and their games, Metaphor will probably go on sale for like $20 soon enough. Just look at Persona 3 Reload. That game came out in February, and I've seen people buy the $70 game for like $30 or $40 already. Nonetheless, I am super excited for Metaphor. Suikoden 1 and 2 are some of the best Jrpgs to ever exist. They are some of the most classic games, and I highly suggest playing them and buying these games when they come out. When I played these games for the first time, I fell in love with them, and wish that I could experience playing these games again. Years later, I've honestly forgot about major parts of about this game, so now I can finally remember it and play it again. I was over the fucking moon when these remasters got announced. For years, people have been wanting a remaster or remake of Suikoden 1 and 2, and finally getting it is great. The release date for the remasters is March 6th, 2025, so honestly, 2025 is honestly pretty stacked so far. You all have no idea how hyped up I am about Monster Hunter Wilds. This game looks fucking amazing, and before the game has even been released, I think that Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be the 2025 Game of the Year. The only way that the 2025 Game of the Year can be overtaken in my eyes is if Xenoblade 4 ends up coming out that year. But I highly doubt it, because Monolith Soft is cooking up the Xenosaga 1 through 3 remastered. Trust me. Going back on topic, Monster Hunter Wilds looks like the best Monster Hunter game to date so far. So many quality of life changes, the graphics look fucking fantastic, and the new mechanics with the weapons, and the new addition of like the grappling hook is going to be so fun. I cannot wait for this game to come out. As soon as this game comes out, I will be dropping every single game I am ever playing, ever, to grind out this game. Before I get to the number 1 spot, I have some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is Tales of Graces F Remastered. This reason is kind of like the Yeast series. I have not touched any of the Tales of games, but I've heard that Graces is a good Tales game, and I have something to look forward to when I get into the series. The next set of games is actually all from the same series. I'm talking about the Trails games that have not been localized in English yet. Trails Through Daybreak 2, Crimson Sin, and the current newest game, Kai no Kiseki. These games need to come out in America immediately, because I cannot wait for these games. At all. Another game from the Trails series is the Trails in the Sky First Chapter remake that was recently announced. The reason why these are honorable mentions is because if they weren't, they would be taking over like half the list. And I want to give other games a chance in the spotlight. The final honorable mention is Kingdom Hearts 4. The main reason why this is here is because the game is never actually going to release. So I can't really get excited for a game that will come out in 2099. Now that we're done with the honorable mentions, we can get to our number 1 slot on this list. A Mario game above every entry on this list? Even above Trails? Yes, I am the biggest Mario and Luigi dick rider. I will defend this series to hell and back. I thought that this IP was forever dead after 2019's Bowser's Inside Story remake. But to my surprise, Nintendo brought this IP back from the dead and announced a new game. I watched them reveal it live, and I wish that I could go back in time, and I wish that it wasn't 4 in the morning when this was revealed, so I could probably scream my fucking ass off at this reveal. Is this Remake the Partners in Time?
There's no way.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? Oh my god, we got a new Mario Luigi game? Or is this Partners in Time? As I've said in my previous videos, the Mario and Luigi series is near to my heart, because without this series, I would probably not have liked this genre as much as I do today. Seeing this series get new life into it is infinitely worth more to me than any other game on this list. Oh, that's the list, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to never miss another video.